Sir? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello. Hi. How are you?
Okay, so this year, this was changed from what you sent. They took out that third paragraph, third section, and then they took out the capital section.
Okay.
And the balance sheet, and the summary page.
Oh, she's got one for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
These numbers have changed now, and I took out
Hey, do you play video games on when you're sitting there?
based on what they're submitting here. And we have to use the numbers off the statement of net
You might need
assets,
us one
not
back
off
to 24 hours yet?
You use whatever your cash balances, whatever your balances are at the end of the year.
Yes, not off the report of the supervisor's statement of
They're not checking.
So if that number is
Just
wrong,
don't worry about
that's
it.
on the statement of affairs,
Scares me.
then don't use that number.
But
Yeah.
Okay, I know,
How are you?
there was a misunderstanding, because that report's a period of time before we're done with the
So it
next
wasn't March 31st?
It is March 31st. We're not allowed to do any transactions from March 31st till after the annual meeting. But because we have a meeting in April for all the March, any other March bills that come in get actually and any of the journals or adjustments that have to be made for like, we had 8 days
If I were to ask you,
of,
what was your cash?
I do it off the statement, the net statement. What is it?
I don't know.
I don't have it with me.
Then that's what
The
it is.
balance sheet, that's the one I would take it off of.
Whatever your balance is in that number.
That's the number we need to follow.
Yeah, or we strike a deal with them for next year or something.
We were in a hurry tonight. But I'm not worried about
Are we
that.
wearing
at
masks?
all.
What's your protocol here?
Okay.
I don't think we wear masks anymore.
No, you don't. It's
You
not
guys changed
required.
it? Okay.
Just change.
Yeah, it changed Saturday.
Jim will tell me.
Hey, Jim. Okay,
You have a couple of things you need to sign. Thank
okay.
you.
I think I already did this when I came in on,
Different, it'll be fine.
Thank you.
hi. And it's Mark Yeager, yes.
Oh, yeah, didn't you meet with Paul?
I
So when
did.
we're done with official business,
All right,
anybody who wants to
Dan.
buy a raffle
Dan.
ticket for scholarship fund,
Let's get it to the laptop. We just have to grab your shirt number off of the chart.
$35.
You're gonna sign
4
that.
chances for $1,000.
I forgot.
4
to
tickets for $35.
pull it out. We'll get the serial number.
Certainly.
1 in 250 chances.
Password or anything I need to know?
Yes, everything is there.
It's called the Joe Frank Scholarship Fund from the Community Club in Johnsburg. So they give out a $2,500 scholarship every year to a student.
Where's the serial number?
And inside here, what we're doing is a helicopter golf ball.
You got a mouse, a charger.
Golf balls, 250 of them at a time. First one to the hole, hopefully whatever it is, we'll get paid $1,000. We're gonna do it 4 times.
Where's the serial number on these?
It's on the very back. It's smaller than, I mean, it's smaller.
It's super small.
Super small.
Take a picture with your
Take a
phone.
picture with your phone. That's how I.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Oh, give me a pen.
Oh, shield.
Dan.
We hope so.
It's is that a 5 or an X? 5 CD, 5 CD,
5 CD.
729
Yeah, all depends on what the.
2 DON. And
Okay.
We're gonna have to go.
Close enough. You just want to sign
I don't have
I could have swore I had it set, maybe I had already came off the actual report instead of looking on the machine. Alright, so I'm gonna take that from you. Why are you giving that to him?
I don't know what we're done.
I came in and saw flow, so I think that would take that.
That's for Neil, so you're in the right place.
Oh, my. We have to find it.
You're in the right place, he put it in the right place. That's for Neil.
That's not fair to me.
All 3 of those. I have my sign. Do any of you need?
So we have to give something up.
for the township?
That's what I'm trying to get at.
You just asked me.
What are we gonna do about it? A small amount.
Do I need that for this?
I don't know that you will.
Okay, then no.
Okay.
Can we,
I will read that to you.
Oh, yeah, I passed this to them.
I know. Then we have to make a deal with them.
All right.
Yeah, we will. Next year we'll do better. Hey,
Yeah.
not
All right.
I get it.
Wi-Fi?
What? Well,
What
I
is it?
understand what you're saying.
your hours have been reduced.
I'm just asking you if you
Well,
need
tonight,
it.
that's what I mean.
Correct. I get it. I,
Do you need the public Wi-Fi for the township?
no.
I'm just talking on these two.
I'm just asking, I want to make sure you guys have whatever you need.
Yeah, these two.
And that's, right, so then the deals come in here, and then,
They're open till 11.
speaking as I say, deals come in.
Either we find money, we have to make a deal for that. It's gonna be something substantial enough. We don't want our good people to.
Did you fill this out
Okay.
already?
Yeah, exactly. I don't
This
have
is the
anything.
board packet, I did explain that.
I especially don't
Did
want
I explain
somebody-
that to you? This is the actual board packet. Everything is in order according to the agenda.
Okay. So will the board packet be on the laptop?
In your email. However you want them. Whether it's
Will the board packet be on the laptop going forward?
okay. Sign up. Use your mics, use your mics. That's the board packet. You're gonna have 7 or 2.
And when you see this one, I'm not the beer for $3. I'm thinking of going back to this. Why? Jim saw why. I just told him to why, but I mean, that's fine. How many hours a week?
Oh, didn't like you.
It'll probably be the first time in the
Right, then.
It's different.
He threw it on the ground and won it.
Sure it is.
So, yeah, it's perfect. Just pick up whatever.
Yeah, it's different.
No police. No police.
Doesn't say Mchenry, it just says.
That might be concerned.
Now there was no old one, so you're just gonna put a new one. Set it up, confirm it, and then you're good to go.
red dot.
So make sure you remember what it is.
I will.
There are things that be here, but everything else. Gary, next thing was the other.
Yeah, far left.
If it's all available online, I'll be able to speak.
In the future, maybe.
The reason you're getting it tonight is because you don't have it, and the other thing is that we make changes.
The only thing that would even, the change would be up there.
No, not yet. Because you made the changes a half hour ago, no.
It just happened today because we found out substantially.
Okay, stands there.
But no.
Yeah, great question though, because changes, I get it, and I get it, but I have changes now, it's great.
Exactly, that's my point. Yeah.
Right, that's what you want to do, if you're going to.
But if it changes like this, you're like, what's it?
If that happens, like in the future, I would only give you a page.
With the changes, right.
Only if it's something I can update in time. That's it, right? Nothing else to read?
So then where will I find the agenda? Don't worry about that stuff.
Well, you have to,
Don't worry about it.
I don't know, do they load it on or you have to go in your email?
Okay. No idea yet. I think we have 7 PM?
Yeah.
Okay. Call me to order 7 PM.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
New perspective.
Okay, first thing on our agenda is public comment, limited to 3 minutes.
Any public comment from the call-in? Any public comment from the call-in? Hearing no public comment, go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right. Danielle, Mchenry.
First of all, I want to thank congratulate and thank our new trustees. It is a blessing to me, believe me. It's been 4 years of help. Now we got a lot of damage to rebuild and straighten out. Another thing I want to comment on is the support that I've had over my situation. I am totally blown away by the support. I don't know what words I can say to express my just unbelief. I had over 200 comments, all of them positive. Then I happened to stumble on the Mchenry County blog. Oh no. and then, oh my God, they hate me. But that's all right. I expected a lot more than I ever got. 90% has been very positive. I thank you. You have no idea how much it makes me feel. Thank you. Congratulations. And very welcome.
Next is Brian Arnold.
Brian Arnold, Wonder Lake. I just want to express my relief and gratitude that you 4 gentlemen have stepped up. And I'm happy to see these 4 new faces on the board, along with a few familiar faces, well loved. And I'm sure that from this moment on, things will be smooth sailing. Thank you.
Mike Towler.
Mike Dollar, Wonder Lake. I'm sure you'll get a lot of thanks tonight, gentlemen, and I'll add to that list of thank yous for stepping up and making it here. The only thing that I'd like to say today is that in the last 4 years, they have not once reviewed the closed session, executive session meetings and released what was supposed to be released to the public. I'd like to see this board do that because I'm sure that there's a lot of interesting things for us to learn from the past 4 years. So thank you again for stepping up and helping us get rid of the previous people, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Is it Marcy?
Linda.
I don't think that's on it.
A Mick Towler? A Mick?
I think you're next.
It's not Linda Taller.
It's not Linda.
Robert, Linda said Robert's on there before her, so I don't know who that is.
T-A-U-L-A. I'm sorry. Oh, that's you. I'm sorry. Robert Beltran. I'm sorry. I forgot to cross it off.
You couldn't read Robert Taller.
Yes, I could.
No, you couldn't read my name because of the chicken scratch.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Good evening, Robert Beltran.
Redmond Road, McHenry, Illinois. And it's a joyous occasion we have here. A functioning board once again. And I want to say what she said, what he said, what he said. And it's also wonderful to see a reintegrated set of tables here with everybody able to sit together instead of being divided. Township divided against itself cannot stand. And I'm glad we're back together. Thank you.
Well, that was due to COVID-19, the original one. The government has just changed the standard.
What's that, Jim?
And the reason that the tables are separate because of COVID. Now the CDC.
Well, even before COVID, they had pulled away
I'm sorry.
a couple of people.
Okay. Now let's Linda talk. I knew I could read Linda's name if I saw it.
That's because she writes pretty and I don't.
Yeah, she does.
Linda Toller, Wonder Lake. I am going to echo again the thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'd also like to enter a plea to all of you. I stated many times in the past meetings that I really hate getting up here. I really hate speaking. It terrifies me. I hate it. Please, please listen to the people and don't make me get up here again. I will sit there for the entire meeting. Thank you.
Last is Rhonda Spur.
I'm Rhonda from Mchenry. As I stated before, I have never took an active role in politics or I'm a child of the 60s. My father would have kicked my you know what if I went to a protest or something. When they took away the senior buses, and then my mom was crying to me about her friends that can't get on the senior buses, I love my mother. This is where I got involved. I started off with a little bit of toe in the water, and I was kind of pushed by Sutton Parsons over here to really walk at it. And then I saw what was going on with the trustees, and I totally got involved because they were beyond nasty. Anyhow, I thank John and Sue because they're the ones that pushed me to become more active. I thank you gentlemen and ladies for running against the trustees and opening our and giving us hope for a better future. I thank James over here for standing up and doing what was right. I think our lawyer over here for also was very courteous and helpful in not making me blow my car, I guess. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping some things you can change. I really feel like the whistle thing is ridiculous. The whistleblower pack, some of the things they put in was just to hurt the township. And they had no regards to anybody having a different opinion. We were belittled if we had a different opinion on anything other than what they wanted to do. So I'm looking forward to the future. I'm walking forward with, maybe working with you guys, I'm not sure. But you have a wonderful, hopefully things will get better. Thank you.
Is there anybody else that would like to speak that has signed up? Hearing none, we'll move on. Okay, I'd like to move the item A and item B to review all pending lawsuits and review pending litigation to the end of the agenda, because our lawyer has advised we probably should go to executive session for those items.
Yes. Need a motion or?
Need a motion?
Yeah, I guess I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, all those favors signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nays? None heard? Okay.
Who was the second? Gary?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, to approve the reinstatement of the senior bus program, discussion of possible action. So I need a motion.
Motion to discuss it, possible action, I suppose.
Okay. First by John, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mark Yeager. Okay, discussion.
I really don't think we need any discussion, but
Okay.
I'll listen to the others if they want to say anything.
Anybody have anything to say?
I'd like to see it reinstated immediately.
There you go.
There you go. All right, no more discussion. Let's have a roll call vote then.
You have to make a motion for it.
Didn't we have a motion?
You do.
We did have a
To
motion.
discuss
Yeah,
it.
You did.
we had a motion
We had a motion and a second.
to discuss it. My motion was to discuss it and action.
So you need a second motion to
Second.
action.
Okay.
To reinstate.
No.
We don't, do we?
We have,
We had a second
What was the,
motion.
what was, if you could, clerk, if you could read back the initial motion.
all right. I need a motion to approve and reinstate the senior bus program. Decision and possible action.
Discussion.
It was first by John Mercado, second by Mark.
So you can
Discussion,
That's a discussion and action. If we need another motion, let's do it.
we don't need another motion, we need a vote.
Do you agree with that?
It says discussion and
Okay.
action.
All right, so let's have a roll call vote. Mr. Shepard.
Aye.
Mr. Barlow, I gotta get used to where everybody is.
Yes.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. McCready.
Yes.
Okay, all yeses. D, to allow the supervisor to apply for grants for bus transportation, discussion and possible action.
Make a motion that we discuss and take possible action, allowing the supervisor to apply for grants for the bus transportation program.
Okay, we have it
Second.
first. Mark?
That was first by Gary.
First by Gary, second by Mark. Discussion?
No discussion necessary.
Okay, no discussion necessary.
Okay, roll call vote.
Roll call vote. Mr. Shepard.
Aye.
Mr. Barlow.
Yes.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. McCready.
Yes.
Okay,
Motion carries.
motion carries. To approve the reinstatement of emergency assistance for the general assistance fund, discussion and possible action.
Need a motion?
I'll make the motion to discuss and action.
Second.
Okay, we have first, seconded by Mr. Yeager. Any discussion? Don't think we need it, okay.
Roll call vote.
Roll call vote, Mr. Shepard.
Aye.
Mr. Barlow.
Yes.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. McCready.
Yes.
Okay.
All ayes, motion carries.
To review the tentative town and GA budget in process. You guys had made changes to this?
Yes, I did.
I think you've,
We need a motion.
do we need a motion?
I have a comment. I'm looking at F and G. F and G appear to be similar. One is the budget, and then
Yeah.
the tentative budget and appropriation on it, so I can see F and G being combined.
Correct.
We'll make a motion that we combine F and G on the agenda. Second.
Okay, we've had a motion second to combine F and G on the agenda. So now I guess after that, well, we need a vote?
Yes.
Or hang on, I'll amend my motion. I'll make a motion that we combine F and G to review the tentative town and general assistance budget for discussion and possible action.
First was Gary.
Second, Mark.
So, discussion?
The only discussion that I see is the, where the previous board had locked up the $600 and some thousand. And it's further down the road here on the resolution. I just want to make sure that we understand we might have to still discuss it. The budget shows it is gone, but we really haven't discussed it yet. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
I don't see it on the agenda further down.
It was one of the resolutions, was it not?
No.
Oh, well, then forget it. It's not even on the, good.
Okay, then,
We have a first and a second, is that correct?
yes.
Okay, so
We'll cross that.
is there any discussion or question?
Yeah, I do have discussion.
Sure.
Looking for a little history on, with the bloodletting in the budget by the previous trustees, looking for a little history on pay increases for those that have taken on more work as they've terminated employees.
Yes, one particular person's taken a lot more work on. Last year, I believe we had a 1% increase.
Okay.
This year, we just don't have any money in because it was cut so drastically. We just don't have any money, but maybe next year, we should be in better shape and we could give the employees a...
Well, I'll just go on record and say we have to make it a priority, number one next year.
Okay.
That they're duly compensated for not only this year, but for going forward also.
Okay.
Mr. Adams, can I be recognized?
You may be right.
Why aren't the previous budget, the previous trustees are gone, they didn't believe in giving them raises, basically try to drive people away. Why can't you increase their salaries? You have surplus at the end of the year, so why wouldn't you be able to give them a raise?
Because we were trying to hold on to all that surplus for the following year.
But these people have been here.
I agree.
They have gotten raises. They've taken on more work. And I think I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to stand up for them. You guys are dead wrong if you think they don't deserve a raise.
I didn't say.
No. And unless you want to take the floor back, I completely disagree. We'll work it out. You'll work it out through next year. You'll figure it out. But do not. You're talking about $600,000. You're talking about. Look at the salaries right now. Increase their salaries by 3%, and how much does that amount to? And then tell me when you have a $600,000 surplus that you're going to treat these people that way. I am appalled that you would even think about not giving them a decent raise. Appalled. Do it your way, but just from looking in from the outside, as an example, the road district, we hire somebody at $18 an hour. When they get to CDL, they get $19. When they get past 90 days, they get $20 an hour. The city of McHenry starts at $26 an hour.
I understand.
If you want decent people, give them a decent, treat them respectfully. Don't be like the previous trustees who didn't treat them respectfully, and not only them, but the elected officials and what they did to the elected officials. Don't duplicate what they did. I would strongly encourage you right now to allow some flexibility to allow for raises.
Can I say something, Frank?
Spoken my piece.
Yeah, you may.
Well, yes, thank you though. Thank you for allowing me to talk, unlike previous situations.
The only thing
Not
I
through
wanted-
you though, Frank. No offense, but.
The only thing I wanted to add is that don't compare us to the previous board.
Right, and I would never,
Well, you just
obviously
did.
had.
You just did. You just did.
No, I'm asking you not to be like them. And you've obviously pointed out that you're not, just by how many things that you've done in the last 5 minutes. But this is one issue that the employees aren't here and don't have the ability. I'm sorry, the employees deserve a raise.
Totally agree. The floor is yours, Frank.
Frank, you have another one?
I'm sorry, yes, Neil.
I think, given the seriousness of this issue, maybe we should...
Neil, use your mic and
It should be on.
Speak.
I just think, given the seriousness of this issue, maybe we can table the budget consideration until we have time to...
We can't do that.
We don't.
We don't have time.
If I can be accounted then, what you could do, is if there's sufficient funds within the contingency, if there's not, and/or if the salaries is an issue, take the salary support and whatever that number is that you have in there and increase it by 10% or some percentage of what you have in there. That would allow you the ability to give the raises. It doesn't mean you have to, but it gives you the ability to do that based on whatever determination you then have.
I'm assuming you want to know what that number is.
Can I have a floor? Can I make a motion just to increase your pays by 3%? Sorry. Can I not make a motion to just increase their pay by 3%?
Or the budget.
Yeah, the budget.
Aside from that point on.
Yeah, because their money's already in, their salaries are already in the budget, on page 4, page 4. Salary support. Just increase that number by 3%. Should cover everybody, correct?
Well, it's just not that, it's Social Security and IMRF.
I'm just making a suggestion. Don't know how the rest of the board feels about it.
So if I add the 2021-22 proposed, the salary support is 197, that doesn't make sense. Am I looking at the wrong thing?
No, you're looking at the right thing.
No, you're looking at the right. That's only for three full-timers and 1 part-time.
It's actually 3 full-time, 2 part-time.
For the highway department?
It should say 2. No, this is for the administration.
This is supervisors.
So what would it cost us to give all the hourly employees a 3% raise, including insurance, Social Security, IMRF, health
You're
and
talking
life?
about maybe, just on salaries alone is like $5,900.
Okay.
Total of $5,900 for everybody?
Correct, $5,926. Social Security, Medicare, what is that?
7.5%.
9.2? I think it's 9.2 with Social Security, Medicare, and
You're
unemployment.
including unemployment, I think, in that.
Right.
So call it 10% for simplicity.
Yeah, just,
Call it 6,000 plus 10%. You're talking $7,000.
$7,000, and our
for simplicity, call it
contingency fund,
10,000.
we
I would
have
just say, yeah, to be safe, I would
45
say at least 10,000 to cover both.
Okay, in our contingencies fund, we have 44,448.
Okay, where you at?
I'm on page 5, where it says contingency fund.
No, it's 100,000 in contingency.
100,000.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so
we need that for various reasons there.
Right, that's separate.
That's separate.
So I would just increase the personnel by whatever, $10,000 or whatever it was.
For the personnel, the salaries by 6,000.
Right, and then Social Security, Medicare by whatever it is, 5,000, 6,000.
2,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
I
make
can
some
get the
simple
actual.
adjustments to it.
So, Craig, do we have the $7,000 that we can afford to give the immediate increases for pay and approve it tonight?
I certainly don't want to go against the employees, so. Yeah, I guess it's not going to hurt us.
Thank you.
Craig?
Yes.
Just so, I mean, I know
But that's not just, see that?
you're talking about just the supervisors.
Yeah, see, now we're also talking about the assessor, we wasn't figuring
The
that.
assessors, you know,
Okay.
we're not, my employees aren't getting any raise either.
Well, then,
at this point.
let's include everybody in this
Well,
conversation.
that's, I just wanted to make sure you were going to include
Yes.
everyone. Obviously,
I would like to include everyone.
You want me to get all the numbers for each department? I can do that. Or are you doing that, Jim?
I'm doing it.
As long as Jim's doing it, I won't do it.
On page 1.
If everybody goes to page 1, that's just the general summary sheet showing your beginning balance revenue and your expenses. I've just added 7,000 into the expense section for the admin areas. Is that what we're saying? So 642.
No, that's not.
That's just for the administration.
Right.
You still have another 230 with the assessor's office. I just glanced back to the 230 from the assessor's office.
Right, so I just
And
added.
then you have parks, and you have senior bus.
Okay, good.
So each department would have to be increased by X amount of dollars.
Understood.
You want to know what a 3% increase is across the board?
Do you have it?
I can figure it out.
Okay.
Can we
It won't take me that long.
just make the motion to table this and come back to it?
Sure.
Let her go do that.
Second.
All right, hold on.
Okay, we have a first and second to table this and come back with some.
So Debbie's gonna go recalculate, give her a chance to recalculate?
Yes.
Perfect.
Take your time.
Well, you were not like the previous board. Be clear.
All right. We have a first and a second, we need a vote.
Okay, we just need a voice vote on that.
Yes.
We have an aye or with the have
We just do
individual? Just all signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None being heard.
Smooth.
All right, so let's move on to the GRB and PHR tentative budgets, which do we have those somewhere?
I make a motion to combine H and L. H and I like it.
Okay, we're by H combined.
Second.
H and I. Review the GRB and PHR tentative budgets, approve the tentative budget appropriation ordinance for GRB and PHR. With discussion if possible.
For the purpose of the audience, GRB is General Road and Bridge, and PHR is Permanent Hard Road.
Can we have a first on that, I need a second?
I'll second it.
I thought you were first. You can't
Okay,
first and
second.
second. Now we need a roll call vote?
Before you vote on it, the statute, and I advised last time, the highway commissioner prepares the tender budget and appropriation ordinance and then files it with the clerk. Okay? Then, once it's filed with the clerk, notice is then done and published in the paper, and then it gives an opportunity for the general public to come in and on a final hearing and make comment on it. At that hearing, this board then makes a determination on that budget and appropriation ordinance and makes a final determination, modifying as necessary that they deem fit line items within the budget. So you don't necessarily have to approve it, but by approving it, you're kind of putting your blessing on it in advance of that meeting. If that makes sense. So you're kind of setting a guideline in order to streamline that meeting, so that it's basically letting him know that you approve it.
That's fine by me.
If I could be recognized for a
Yes.
second. So we will have one more meeting before June 1st. Wait, no, July. What is the deadline?
We've got to
June
approve this.
30th.
We've got to approve this tonight so we can publish. We got to publish for 30 days.
Well, actually, I supply it and he publishes it regardless of what you do today.
That's correct.
But if you have comments, obviously, I would try to incorporate those, and then he will publish whatever was changed if you had questions. But we still have to have one more meeting to approve it prior to June 30th, right?
Correct.
That's correct. So after it's published, there's a public hearing, and then usually it's after that public hearing that the board meets, actually, and that is where you then approve it. So this board can tonight say, we've gotten the highway commissioner's budget and appropriation on it, we like it, we approve it. And it doesn't mean anything other than you're letting him know where you're at.
And we'll still have one more meeting, yes.
You're right.
Okay.
We'll have one, but it'll be late in June. That's correct.
Okay.
Does everybody have the highway commissioners?
Everybody have what?
I don't know if they got your budget.
It was included in the package that I had here.
It's in here. It's in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't have it.
I will tell you, we do have an overall pay salary boost of 3%. How that's distributed is not necessarily everybody's 3% or anything else, but we have the ability of 3% in the budget. Doesn't mean it's going to occur or anything else, but that's what I felt was appropriate.
Any other highlights in there?
I'm sorry?
Any other highlights you want to share with us?
Yeah, if you go to Permanent Hard Road, you'll notice that we really jumped up the contingency to 250,000 from what we had done in the past of 100,000. And the reason for that is because we have 4 projects going on this year, which is a substantial amount of construction going on. And with construction, there's always a possibility of extra costs. You never know what you're going to run into. So that's the purpose of it. Do I anticipate being any higher than previous years? No. But that is the purpose of that, so that we don't have to come back later on.
I just got my budget for the first time. Do you have sufficient reserve funds for bridge failures, road failures due to flooding?
That plays into the contingency. I don't anticipate, our bridges are inspected annually. We had previously started a sign fund, I believe it's called. Is that right, Jim? Sign fund, where the road commissioner starts. We previously started putting money into an assigned fund. Unfortunately, this year we eliminated the assigned fund because they cut our budget by almost $1 million. So we don't have the ability to start putting money. There's 2 bridges that we have. One is right by the old mill inn on Barnard Mill Road. The other is off of Bay Road, or Bayview Road, or whatever it is, in there. That's a smaller bridge. The one on, both of them are relatively new bridges. They're inspected annually. They have no issues. We were starting to put $10,000 a year away just for the eventual having to repair those down the line. But again, this year we stopped doing that. We don't anticipate that. As far as flooding issues, the areas where we've had flooding issues have not caused any major road damage. It's been a lot of maintenance, repair type of stuff, not huge costs where there's washouts or anything. We don't have those types of things. So.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that you had, or will have the ability to have a reserve fund for emergencies for the people.
Our emergency fund is substantially dwindled.
Yeah.
It really is. It's very unfortunate.
That was due to the severe levy decrease. Not just Jim, but mine was 40%. His had to be more than that. So.
Yeah, so the predecessors took the budget, cut it. So whatever reserves they were legally allowed to hold, they've already started eating into them.
Correct.
So
Started
that's why,
or are at the end
or at the end of them. So that's why he doesn't have any money left.
Right.
So, we do. We will. If you look at the end of the budget, if you look at the end of the budget list there, you see ending balances. They're listed there, and they're not awful terrible, but they're not. You know, we are in the 6-month range or less of reserves types of things. And actually, we were a lot less than that until the accountant was here today making some adjustments. The usual accounting stuff, which I never understand. I think they do it just to confuse us, quite honestly.
I'm okay with that. So where are we in the process? I'm okay with what he has, unless you have anything else you want to share with us.
Just you'll see again, we have, so you'll notice our road and road repair and construction. That's up over almost $1 million.
Yes.
That's because we have the 4 projects. We're doing non-dedicated roads with the county. And you'll also notice, if you look on the first page, IGA County non-dedicated roads, $1.8 million. So a lot of that money is coming from the county. So just to let you know. But that's why that number is so high this year, and why the anticipated revenue from the county is so high this year.
You don't put your MFT dollars in your budget that for us to approve, do you?
We actually, if you look on the general road and bridge,
yes.
I'll just touch on it. You'll see our balance, our fund balance as of April 1st is 1.29 million. It's the very top, just below the red.
Yes.
Okay, 1.29 minus 375,000 MFT funds. That's what we have for MFT funds. So then we take that out of there. The reason why we take it out is the MFT funds, what we do is turn in bills and the county pays them. So it tells you how much MFT funds we have. And then later on in this budget, you'll see what we're using the MFT funds for. You'll see that we're using 90-some thousand for non-dedicated roads that aren't part of the township program that are getting upgraded. We're allowed to use MFT for those. So we use it for that, and then we're proposing to use it for paint and beads that we use for striping of our roads. So those are the two things that we generally use it for. The other thing is purchase of salt. So.
Now, do you anticipate your MFT funds being increased this year?
They have been increasing because we had the tax increase. It's actually not MFT, it gives it another
the gas tax, right?
Yeah, it's an addition. One's MFT, the other is the new portion. And yes, we actually been increasing that. So it's been a nice boost to us. The problem, and there's one other thing that we have the ability for funding is the Build Illinois or whatever that program is. Unfortunately, that's for new investment type of stuff, like building new roads and things like that. Well, we don't build new roads, we maintain roads. We don't build new bridges, we maintain bridges. So I wouldn't be surprised in the future if those funds, which are being allotted for us, which off the top of my head, I think we end up with $500,000 or something over the course of 5 years or something. If they don't change that to allow us to do paving programs with it. But right now, again, we're not going out and building anything, you know. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other discussion?
Any other discussion about, I'm sorry, I should have brought that up. Any other discussion or questions for those commissioners? If not, I believe we can go on to approve the tentative budget appropriation ordinance. Can we combine those items, did we not?
Yes.
Yeah, we made a motion to combine those two. Now we need a motion to approve those two.
Okay, we didn't have a motion, okay. Need a motion, that's Mr. Yeager's first. Seconded by Mr. Mercado. Okay. Roll call vote. Mr. Shepler?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Yes.
Mr. Yeager?
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr.
Mercado.
Mercado. Sorry, I gotta get used to where everybody said this is a change. Okay. Let's move on to review of the resolution B210311 service agreements, discussion of possible action. We have a motion.
So,
It's in your packet.
Okay, thank you.
It's stapled together. They're all four of them.
Well, I guess I'll make a motion to throw this document to the garbage.
I think what would be the correct term?
Here, no, we first need a motion on this, then we can go to discussion and change.
I thought we just had a motion, no?
No.
Okay, sorry. We need a motion. The clerk tells me we didn't have one. For J. So I need a motion first. John, you can do it.
Make a motion to.
Okay, then I need a second.
discussion, yes, second.
And possible action, right?
So you're combining J and K.
No, just J. J by itself.
So service agreements versus.
We'll do each one of these separately.
So service agreements is contracting with private companies, and obviously intergovernmental is intergovernmental, I understand that. Correct?
Correct. The service agreement would be, yeah, someone would have an agreement with to do work or something.
Okay.
Currently, you know, if it's $20,000 or above, we gotta go to bid. Below that, we don't have to. But I definitely tell you, gentlemen, we shop for the best price. We don't just take, you know, we just don't say whatever.
What is this resolution?
This is
B210311, the public transparency of service agreement.
It's the dollar amount here that I have a problem with. It's $2,000. I mean,
I think we should just,
yeah. I mean,
it ties my hands from doing anything, you know, in a quick manner.
That's what, yeah.
in other words, anytime you get things over $2,000, you know, you gotta be notified. It's, like you said, it's time his hands.
We don't have, I mean, you know, there are a few things, but
How does it tie, I'm just
Because
trying
you
to
have to-
understand the process.
because you have to give at least a 15 days notice on the website and a copy to the board.
Oh, these aren't executed, these aren't
No.
executed, oh, okay.
No.
There we go. That's
Right.
that's the part that
Right.
was missing out of the document is
We can throw this out and it's follow the township.
follow the township
regulation.
code. That's
Right.
already law, yes.
Right. So we did have a first and second on that, Mr. Clerk? Ms. Clerk, I'm sorry.
First John, second Gary.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, possible action is to rescind this resolution, wouldn't that be the correct terminology, Mr. Wilco?
Yes.
Okay, to rescind this resolution,
I'll make a motion to rescind this resolution B210311.
do we have a second to that?
I'll second.
Seconded by Gary Barlow. Okay, roll call vote. Mr. Shepler.
Yes, I will vote to rescind.
Mr. Barlow.
Vote to rescind.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr.
Yes.
Creel.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, next we're moving on to review of resolution A210311, intergovernmental agreements. It should be the next one on here.
So moved.
So it's the same thing, you can't execute.
You can't execute without a 30-day notice, which is...
We need a first and second.
I'll make a motion to discuss resolution A210311.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and second to discuss the resolution.
Well, hang on a second.
Sure.
Let me amend my motion. Discussion and possible action.
Okay, motion's been amended to discussion and possible action.
Yes.
Do we have a second on that amended motion?
Yes, second the amended motion.
Use your mic, yeah. They can't hear you down there.
My voice is too soft.
Yes.
I will
But that's not the way
second.
you presented it, we said just discussion to begin with. So we had a first by Gary. Neil,
Second
you'll
by
second
Neil.
that then? Okay. So we have first and second. All right, is there any discussion? Okay, none being heard, let's have a possible action to rescind this resolution. We already have a motion and a second,
Yeah.
so we can do a roll call vote. Mr. Shepler?
I will vote yes to rescind.
Mr. Barlow?
Yes to rescind.
Mr. Yeager?
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. Mercado?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Moving on, review of resolution 040821, township notification. Need a motion for discussion of possible action. Gentlemen, if I'm not going to be here at the meeting, I will certainly let you know if I'm aware of it. The bad thing about this thing is, what if I get sick an hour before the meeting? Hey, could happen, but I will certainly try to let you know if it happens.
Need a motion?
Didn't we have a motion and a second?
No, we need a first and second.
Okay, we need first and second. That's why we have the clerk here keeping me on my tabs.
I'll make a motion to discuss and possible action.
Okay.
Resolution 040821.
Okay, need a second?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, you're correct. Okay. Do we need a second?
Second.
Okay, seconded by Mr. Yeager. Any further discussion on that notification?
Discussion for me would be, we're all adults and we can be responsible for showing up. If somebody's sick, then so be it, you're sick, I mean, that happens.
Right. That's
So-
I don't think we need a resolution.
We don't need a resolution about that.
I mean, in the past, with past boards, you know, people couldn't show up, they just said they couldn't.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Right. As long as we've got enough for a quorum, then,
Right.
then that's all we need.
Correct.
There are actions you can take if something happens.
Right, well, right. That's,
Oh, well, yeah.
that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
This is somebody trying to micromanage somebody else's time. So I think that this needs to get struck down.
Okay. So, thank you, Mr. Yeager. I like your discussion. Any further discussion? Okay, none being heard. Can we take a roll call vote then? Mr. Shepler.
I would vote yes to rescind resolution 040821.
Okay, Mr. Berman.
Yes, to rescind.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. McCready.
Yes.
Okay. Review of resolution 210513, whistleblower resolution.
I'll make a motion to discuss and take possible action on resolution 210513.
Okay. A motion, now we need a second.
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. McCready. All right, is there any, I don't think this is necessary, okay? Certainly not paying people money, because then they start to...
Yeah, that's where my comment would go to, is that if you want to keep the resolution, that's fine, but remove all monetary rewards for being a whistleblower. If you're going to be a whistleblower, you're going to do it for the right reasons.
Right, I don't think we need a resolution.
You don't need a resolution.
I don't think we need a resolution for that at all. So, are we, have a motion to rescind?
First.
Second? Okay. Roll call vote, Mr. Shepard.
Yes, I vote to rescind the resolution 210513.
Okay. Mr. Barlow.
Yes, rescind.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. McCready.
Yes.
Okay.
Who was second on that? John was.
John.
Thanks.
All right, at this time.
If you want to do the tentative budget appropriation, I've got the numbers from Debbie.
Sure, we can go back to that. Let's go back to the, give me the numbers when you mentioned it.
Absolutely. So if you could, go to page 1, which is the general summary page. If you go to column, which is the town fund, the differences are this. The administration section is going from $642,738 to $651,199. Of that amount, $5,926 increase in salary and $2,535 increase in Social Security and Medicare in the admin sections. That's what that difference amount is. The next difference is in the parks and facilities. It's going from $311,425 to $315,427. That difference is being picked up by $3,099 in salary increases and $903 in Social Security and Medicare increases there. Capital outlay town is the same, capital outlay parks is the same, contingency is the same. Senior Express is going from $130,646 to $133,129. In that, you have the bus going $1931 for salary, $552 for Social Security and Medicare. The assessor, the remaining one, $498,425, is going to $507,798. Those specific line item changes is $6,907 increase in salary, $2,466 for Social Security and Medicare. The total increase in total expenses for all is $1,706,734, which was the original number, going to $1,731,053. The total net ending balance is going from $1,307,645 to $1,290,326. That's the town fund. The general assistance fund had one increase, going from $219,772 to $221,588. That increase is being picked up in salaries of an increase of $1,399 and $417 being increased in Social Security and Medicare. that bottom ending balance is going from $270,612 going to $268,796. The total increases, I'm sorry, the total expenses is $219,772 to $221,588. Your ending balance difference is $270,612 going to $268,796.
Oh, yeah, would be, I'm sorry, you're right.
Your total,
I'm sorry, you're correct.
okay, so your total increases in the town fund for wages based on what is being done here is $24,319, and the total amount for the general assistance increases $1,816, but the total increase for both funds is $26,135.
Can you repeat that?
Just kidding. Can I get my folder?
So I'll make a motion that we amend the budget to include the summary provided by the attorney.
Second.
I'm sorry.
Any discussion?
I'm sorry, we're back to,
Yeah.
trying to get the clerk back on. We're back to F and G.
So Gary and Mark just approved with the attorney.
Yeah, they just both made a motion to approve what the attorney just read into it.
Here goes first.
Gary made a
Gary.
motion, Mark second.
Okay, we got a first and a second. I think we've already had discussion, so is there any further? None? Okay, let's have a roll call vote. Mr. Sheffield.
Yes, I vote we give these employees some raises.
Okay, Mr. Barlow.
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. Mercado.
Yeah, we accept the amended budget.
Okay. Motion carries. Motion carries.
And we're here to work with you, Craig.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're not going to hang you up.
No, I didn't think you were.
Craig, can I have the floor for a second?
You may.
I just found my own notes, going back to item G. Review the resolution B21.
Microphone, John.
Oh, I'm sorry. Going back to item, was J on mine. Might be different number. Resolution B210311, service agreements, discussion of possible action.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to make is more of a comment than anything, is that we should look at redoing the intergovernmental agreement with the road district to include fuel, maintenance, and rental of equipment. I don't know if Jim's okay with that.
Yeah, we'll figure out an agreement with Jim.
Okay, that's all it was. Thank you.
All right, so now we should probably go to executive session.
Where are we on? Are we on N?
I'm sorry, what?
Are we on N?
Oh, we're gonna,
You have to go to executive session first because you have legal matters to discuss related to earlier issues.
then we'll come back.
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss items A and B from the agenda.
Do we have a second to that?
I'll second.
Okay, let's have a roll call vote.
I'll first, Neil second.
Got it.
Okay. We need a roll call vote?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Shepard.
Aye.
Mr. Barlow.
Aye.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. Mercado.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna move to executive session. We'll be back.
7:54.
This is glorious. Yeah, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. Getting work done.
Cooperating, that's what we needed.
That's why my phone was confused. Things are actually getting done.
More done already than the previous board. Done in 3 months.
What happens when you compare reports?
Again, you don't have a
It's just, unless you get the litter, it's never happened.
Well, Steve here didn't have it. It's been reduced by like 20%.
We give what we get. We give what we get.
Yes, this will be one of
Hey Bob, you think we could use this as a model for our U.S. government? Maybe send something to the current U.S. government, see if they can do this as easily without so little divisiveness.
Now, the only we can include the same thing, but in print card, they will never talk.
Right.
How is that going to happen?
For one thing, we now know that that was actually
Oh, that was?
Yeah.
Okay, then that, so is that, because that was nasty. I mean, they were allowed to call it, and they were, something happened wrong.
Yeah, no. Any action we took with the meeting with Indian Ridge, which was 6 months.
Right.
I just should look like that. Was taken. And then there's another 6. Recognize the
maybe hold them accountable, They're not going to trustees anymore, but they were trustees who are breaking the law. So can we charge them with criminal activity?
This morning when you started out was cool.
No, we never got up there. I had with the guards this morning. It's cool.
That's my house.
Yes, we did. Somebody didn't join us.
Wait, you passed.
Yeah, they're using it's my mom and her friends. And I could have sworn you were wearing that purple shirt. I thought I saw you walk past.
No, I was wearing a red t-shirt.
Okay.
I had a blue wrinkle on.
No.
Wait, did you get past it?
Yes, both doses.
Okay, we did. I'm coming.
Some tax group walks,
No, I mean, just.
Oh,
yeah, actually, I was looking at those online.
Yes, you had 2 shots.
You can back up to 2 years. Well, because there's still money in the general fund. They didn't get rid of it, so I think that's fine.
Yes, a pleasant surprise.
7 minutes ago.
We're done.
Undid most of this for you.
And acted on it.
Did all of it wrong of us. The wrong way and stuff.
This could be more because 4 of them projects did the levy actually yeah, well,
yeah, I saw it.
well, there could be, that could be, I could ask for more.
There's all the rescinds.
And if there's there's enough growth.
I can't.
Oh, it's 13 in the west. On Sunday evening, they're having a
And it's huge seller's market.
Well, that's the problem. You sell yours, what are you going to do? You're scrambling everybody else. So we're not going to sell. Almost 30 years ago. All right. You can share it. Don't do anything I want to. Okay.
My lunch. Ain't eating me breakfast.
Oh, I don't understand. There was just too many of them.
When I used to answering questions,
I know, I'm saucy and not damn fat.
This is all just from the focus. Because I posted anything like it.
Unless it was damaged in an accident.
When they're just your hurricane, which means delayed. I am. Really?
You can hear the surprise of the front statement, with a little bit of his voice, and they were like, yeah, you know, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Because it already happened in the last 4 years.
Okay.
You know, I kind of had expected one or more of those three to show up and at least have some snotty public comment or something.
No, it's Benito. We're Benito. They were right, we'll learn.
So what was different just because they're, yeah, it's hard to believe they're just going to go away quiet.
Oh, they'll go away for a while, because they're learn how wrong they were, how wrong they were. He said he had them flag on the, and then when things don't pay for it, those are going to pay for it.
Short number and stuff.
Because they can't be wrong.
Now they can be so useful.
but I mean, like, I used to always get it.
Really, it's good
I
thing.
don't want to have the time.
It's tiring.
I've had the most popular opinions in my life. I don't think I found any of them. So more than about 5-6 years.
And then I have one in the house.
After I put enough people go, you know. But no, I didn't know it. Well, I can see what you're thinking. But here's you know what? Maybe I'm wrong.
Or at least that means the whole thing out.
Well, this girl, she had bangs and hair different ends of stain on it.
I just did it a couple days ago again.
I mean, I can, right now, it's probably not
Anyway, there's a and
clearly, nobody would notice it, especially the So my mother, right? My mother got.
Of course, I don't know what they ordered.
Yeah, she was so funny because
when they ordered, I don't know if they moved it. It's somebody else.
I'm really hoping it seems much more in line with what it was months ago. And the feeling that people can also go for a vote and they sit back down, will understand that, no, that is not what we want. It's all wrong.
Well, and I hope people, township, they learn from what happened. Pay attention to who they're voting for.
Yeah.
They particularly break straws.
Oh, wow.
33 years we've lived here.
Yeah.
From day one almost. That's all he's ever talked about, is getting rid of school board too. Cutting costs there, and getting township buildings. And okay, people voted for it, but you never saw their supporters come to these meetings and support them. But they won, they got in office. But it was true. But it happened. It happened. And yeah, for Arnold, he got appointed.
Because he was president. And they went behind closed doors. Okay, after they weren't going to sometimes call them for losing supervisors.
Is that what he ran for?
He may have gotten that guy as a supervisor.
They used to have bingo on one night.
Well, there's definitely, he called a strong person there. He didn't supervise
What they gave her chance to go, they used 6 tanks that are about this big, but they're really heavy. So it's not really 41 or something, it's not really nothing.
I was reading my card.
Yeah, official.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to sign up for something.
I was watching the news one day, and they tried to Zoom interview him at the time.
Well, I wanted to know.
What did I just hear? They said McHenry, or something in McHenry, and they never got the connection. So they could have done the story. And I think they we sat table this way, had a better connection. Sit over there until like face to face. It kind of makes sense.
Whatever skin is something everybody should know that's inspired.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. For
Yeah.
So you just got started.
She told me that she would like to
That's what you have to pay for this. Oh, so you have to pay for this. You have to pay for the fee. Oh. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. What's 149? But it's if you're just higher. I can do that too. You choose the right one. Right, but it's not you Medicare or
You better. And it gives you an option.
I told the kid, would you be done by 8 o'clock? Oh, it's 12 hours, it's good enough.
I get it. I know. I said to him, I said, you know, I didn't hear it once. I was dead package.
Well, what does this mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand this. What does this mean?
Change the law and add to
Well, where did this number come from? Well, it goes better.
Just getting prettier and prettier.
Thank you. What is it going to be?
Yeah.
Afghan.
Oh, I love it.
Because even my furnace, before I deleted it, people look at me.
This is running a lot smooth, but this is the reason I changed a little.
Stuff we got done in 10 minutes.
Super, for 4 years of trustees, it's like, so I don't understand what's going on, so what was it driving? This stuff is all in my head.
Yeah.
Right,
And we go back and all when we wanted to, when these four took over.
They even would give some money because there was no accidents, and he's like, why are we getting this money? It's like, took the money and shut. That's what he did.
Let's say you were
Still get somebody else part of it.
Oh, because they didn't want the money, they said, well, not money.
that I was
Those three are going to need everything in here, and nobody gets something.
Well, you know what?
It gets canceled. You won't get it.
I'm sure they're not going to do it.
And that's always been the
Record. Yeah. Oh my God. Under 15 minutes. New record.
Holy moly.
Mike came up with a good agenda item for your next meeting, which was the donation by bus riders. Set that back.
You throw darts at.
Okay, we're back to resume our regular session. A roll call vote. Need a motion to reconvene, thank you.
I'll make a motion to reconvene the meeting.
Shep will reconvene. Do I have a second?
Second, Gary Barlow.
Okay, we'll reconvene in the regular session at 8:15, and we'll take a roll call vote. Mr. Shepler.
Aye.
Mr. Barlow.
Aye.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, aye. Mr.
Aye.
Cato. You didn't let me get that out.
My motion carries.
Motion carries. Okay. Now here it says public comment, limited to 1
No, we
minute.
have to go back.
Go
You gotta go back to the first two items.
I have to go back to what I know, I'm sorry.
1 and 2, A and B.
Any action has happened?
Oh, going back to A and B. To review all pending lawsuits in progress, discussion of possible action, review pending litigation against electors, discussion of possible action. Combine those two?
So you need a motion so that we can have discussion on it, right? And take possible action?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we reopen A and B for discussion and possible action.
And I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a first and a second. You got that down, Kirk? Who it was? Okay.
Discussion?
Discussion. Hi, I'm Mark. The Township Board does not want to continue with any more litigation currently within the township, and therefore, I would like to make a motion to direct the township attorney to dismiss all pending actions, and that the township attorney is directed to instruct outside counsel to do the same with any and all pending litigation that they may be involved in.
We have a first and a seconded by, who was the second?
Gary, seconded.
Okay. Any further discussion on that?
May I ask for a point of clarification on that?
You may.
This is with respect to the case regarding the referendum that was reversed by the appellate court. If the county elects to appeal that to the state Supreme Court, does that mean that the township will not defend that appeal?
Should that happen, then the township board will review that decision.
Okay, I thought maybe this affected that as well.
My understanding was it could just be sent to the state's attorney.
It could, but at that point in time, should something happen, and then the board is faced with a decision to make, whether to participate or not participate, then they'll make that decision.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're in any further discussion? None being heard. Let's have a roll call vote. Are we? Do we need? We already had a motion for possible action, right? Okay. So, Mr. Shuffler.
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett.
Aye.
Mr. Yeager.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, yes. Mr. McCready.
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries. So now we're going to public comment.
No, board comment.
No, that's not on my agenda that way.
Did we do N?
We didn't.
Yes. Did it change? Yes. And the public comment.
It's on the computer board. Yeah, it's an ending.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong agenda for some. Okay, D, items to be added to the June 10th, 2000 regular board meeting as follows. Rental agreements, rates for all facilities, shelters, community center, recreation center, and food pantry.
I have one other one that we need to discuss.
Okay.
We need, in regard to executive meeting minutes, we need to go back and review those, and a little bit at a time, can't do them all in one meeting, and release the ones that can be released.
Correct.
So put that on the agenda.
Okay.
So I don't know how many we want to do at a time, 4 or 5, whatever.
I think we can knock them all out.
Okay.
And I think that can just be brought to an executive session at the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now I see board member comments. Limited to 1 minute per person. Do we have any board member comments?
I have just one that's going back to the budget. Again, I caught this early. On page 6, the budget, I think we should combine the last two columns. The electors portion versus what we passed today. Senior Express, page 6. There's no reason to keep those as two separate columns.
Okay, they'll be combined. There shouldn't be a problem. Because it'll be a year's budget.
Correct.
Which two?
Page 6.
Page 6 of the budget? Okay.
Senior services.
What are we combining?
Combining the last two columns.
The post, 2021, 2022 proposed. Right now, it's separated into 2 columns.
Okay.
Thank you.
If I can make just comment, you already adopted the tentative budget appropriation. Right. So, yeah, right. So when the final comes out, you can have that reflect that.
It doesn't change.
It doesn't change anything.
Right. Okay, so that was one board member comment. Do you have another comment?
Not that I can recall this one.
Okay.
Well, I do want to talk about public comment at the next meeting as well. How we want to lay it out.
We could actually add it on right now if you want.
Can we?
I believe so. Can we not, Mr. Wall?
If you want the public to have additional comment, you could.
Yeah.
Well, the way I feel, this is very close to my heart. I mean, these people know that. Public comment should definitely be allowed. I'm thinking there's a couple several ways we can approach it. We can approve comments before a meeting and the 1 minute after. But the city of Mchenry does it a little different. After every item on the agenda, they allow for public comment. And I think that would help us as a group get along with the public if we allow them to comment every time we have an item on the agenda. Rather than the beginning and in the end, we just do it after every agenda item.
So after every item they would have.
Yeah, right. In other words, they become part of the discussion.
So they don't have to sign up for it, they can just pass the microphone and say, your turn, your turn, your turn.
Correct.
Yeah, in my previous opportunity to serve here, we had an open dialogue, pretty much, with the folks that showed up. So I would encourage them to, be civil and raise your hand or do whatever to get Craig's attention. We'd love to hear from you.
So maybe we could revise that. We'll just have an open.
Well, how do we want to do it? I mean, I think I made my point. I think everyone agrees.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Mr. Rotel, how would you advise that?
You either do one or two things. Put structure to it, meaning you have a public comment section at the end as well as in the beginning, or you put public comment after each item, as Trustee McCready said, or you just leave it as you have it, and the general public know as a matter of course that if there's questions, as was pointed out, you just could raise your hand and be recognized by the supervisor.
So we wouldn't have to put that on.
Then you wouldn't have to put it on the agenda.
Do we still want public comment at the beginning of the meeting for 3 minutes, or?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So we'll leave that, and then we'll have a
And the board could sail that ship and see how it goes for 1 or 2 or 3 meetings, and if it works successfully, continue with that. If it feels that you need to put more on it and structure, then I would add as an agenda item and add it to your agenda.
So for now, we're all already understanding, we'll just have an open dialogue. They can raise their hand between items once the board's done.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Talking to the mic.
I get yelled at for not talking too close to the mic or not talking too close.
Right there is perfect.
Right there is perfect.
Right there is perfect.
All right. So for the next meeting, then we'll just we'll give it a try. We'll just like raise your hand, between items, and they can make a comment if you like. So we won't put it on the agenda that way, and then we'll have public comment at the beginning of the meeting as we do. Okay, we're ready for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Need a second to that motion?
I'll second it.
We have a first and a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, back up. Public comment at the end tonight?
It is on the agenda.
It's on the agenda.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
All right. That was the public comment, right?
Well, that plus a personal thank you regarding the litigation.
Okay. Okay, now we can move to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second? Second. We have first, second, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? None heard.
Just would like to say it was great to watch a board cooperate and take a suggestion, discuss it, make action on it. Thank you guys.
You all have met in front of us and not run and hide from us.
We may or may not agree on everything from this point onward, but I believe we can work together.
Absolutely.
Everyone, have a good night.
Yeah, see you later.
Must be
Because they'll be available.
No, I just go fast. Not doing my blood pressure.
This was just.
All right, John, you want to come in also?
You were nice. There was no yelling, no name calling, you walked, you listened to people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's it.
I didn't recognize.
Danielle, the last thing you ever want to do is for a harmonica player is give me a mic.
Thank you for rescuing us out of 4 years of hell. You look so cute. How are you?
I'm good.
Did the show?
The what?
Did the show fit?
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, it's fine.
Good.
That was very nice.
You're welcome. Well, I wasn't looking for that, just wanted to make sure.
You're still a band player.
Well,
I know when you.
Well, how am I supposed to know your size if I didn't just come out and
But
ask?
I told you not to fight, and you told me, well, you weren't gonna, but if you were.
Yeah, but you said,
If you were
if you
to
were
do
gonna buy it, I need this size. What do you have here, tattoo, what is it?
That's a dragon.
Okay, cool.
But that one's my favorite. That puff.
Oh, how committed dragon.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Actually, what I want to do is I want to have in Chinese writing. I drew it out off the magic dragon, and I want that put. But I don't know where.
You know what's about.
I'm running out of
You
things.
know what's about here. Okay. That's the whole point.
I like it. Oh my God.
I wanted to say before I forget that I am so jealous of your skirt. It has my favorite flower all over it. I'm so jealous.
Where did I get this? I can't remember. Probably Discovery. I just bought a skirt there yesterday. I love that skirt. There's some reason. I don't think they have anything over $30.
And I also wanted to say I'm super glad that everyone has been absolutely so kind to you. We are everywhere.
What?
We are everywhere. Bye.
You're by something?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good for you. My daughter is very good, but she's not a lesbian. Her wife is.
Right. It makes sense.
But it's so funny. I went to the board meeting, the county board meeting yesterday, and you know Tom Weber, right? State rep. His brother always takes pictures of a lot of different things, and I'm talking to him, and he says something. I'm not sure I know. I said, "You know me," and finally he caught it.
Does it click?
I always know you. I'm not gay. He doesn't know the difference. So I had to explain it today because she didn't understand it.
Yeah, in the modern nomenclature, I believe I would actually be pan.
My daughter knows all those.
Beauty is beauty. I don't care who it's on.
But I'll tell you, when I posted this small post on Facebook, changed my entire life in a matter of weeks. It's been so amazing. When I posted that, I fully expected, all right,
Gotta open the floodgates, let the trolls out.
I've been called over the years, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, when I first started going out in public. Once I went to a bar, really bad. I walked out, he sucker punched me, knocked me out. I'm down there, he's kicking me, broke 2 ribs. But black in my eye, but that's how it was. I mean, it was really scary. So I did start going. I found some bars and stuff like that. And it's only the place that we go that was safe.
Right.
Over
You were
the
amongst
years,
friends.
I became better with makeup, better wigs, places to go, places where most women go. They didn't care. Most women don't care.
Oh, the good women don't care.
But the younger, 20 or 30, they are amazing men. Who cares? So what?
Don't care.
My granddaughter, she's 30 years old. She's known since she was 4 or 5 years old. And she's been such a support. In fact, she's the one that encouraged me to put my hair on. And I started a female hormone replacement in November. But I knew at this point I had to make a decision. If I won the election, I'm either going to have to come out or resign.
Right.
And I'm not good at quitting. So that was one of the things that prompted it. When Crystal Larson won in Yvonne, she's the first transgender clerk when it came up. When I got a hold of her, and I finally found her phone number, I called her and I said, "You are my hero." But it was so funny because one of our Parks District workers, he comes to my office and he says, "Did you hear they elected a transgender for a clerk?" And I go, "There's probably more of that than you believe." But the support is there.
And I was going to say, don't worry about the Mchenry County blog. According to them, I am Mike Toller's heifer bovine wife. I don't know what part of me is heifer or bovine, but...
Well, I was reading it in Debbie's office, and I'm going, "Oh my God, they beat me."
They beat him too. It doesn't matter. They just beat him.
I knew, and I wasn't crying, but I was just silly. But even with that, I had at least easy estimate over 200 supporting. And even yesterday when I was at the company, there was probably 500 people there. And a lot of people that finally realized who I was and stuff, and they were supportive. Our coroner, I was talking to him, he says, "I always knew you were gay."
Not gay, just wrong flesh.
But it's been unbelievable. I mean, between Northwoods Herald, Daily Herald, NBC, you know that I was on TV. And she is just amazing. But my twin brother, which was also transgender, he came out in the 70s, and what he went through, it was horrible, the torture, the abuse that he took. Most of the family wouldn't have anything to do with it. And they still loved him, they just, I can't have this around my house. So those people including him or paved the way. And it was so typical of him because he protected me. I was 2.5 years older than him, but he acted like my big brother. So yeah, it's just, he still protected me to this day.
You always will.
Yeah, I know.
And you'll always be that little angel over your shoulder going, "Hey, hey."
Before I start crying.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And you friend me again on Facebook.
You are the one who blocked me.
I did, but I unblocked you, so.
So send me a friend request.
All right, but I'm not good at that, but I'll try. But it was all over, I was just so upset with everybody with Trump, and that I just, anybody that I just started blocking like crazy. Because you can't, it just was so frustrating. I mean, I've never.
Well, now you can join in me making fun of Joe because I don't like either of them.
This guy's scary. All right, whatever. All right, we'll survive. Thank you.
You mean the economy's not going to collapse
Yes, it will, but I have a lot of gold.
No, like where the township needs to be burying gold bullion in the back.
I have a lot of gold and silver. When it all does collapse, it's going to make me very rich.
No, I'm just talking about Mike and his like, what do you do if the entire economy?
Oh, I know. Yeah, like he's a
Market
whiz.
system, post-apocalyptic skills.
Yeah, like he's a whiz on economics. He can't even pay his taxes. Oops, I think we're still being recorded.
Bigger problems than what the township's gonna do.
I didn't show this to you last time, I don't think. At the last meeting, as Veer was doing his obnoxiousness. Where is it?
I think 4 years of harassment over.
It's done with. It is in the past. Bury it, stomp on it a few times, piss on it, and move on.
I kept telling everybody was so worried. I says, God will win. He will rule over evil. He wins. He's never let me down yet. Beautiful.
You have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks for using WebEx. Visit our website at www.webex.com.